Taste of Ona Hawaiian barbecue with fresh, made-to-order food that'll have your whole ohana saying, everyone is welcome at Ona Hawaiian Barbecue. Disney's Lilo and Stitch, now playing only in theaters. Rated PG.
Some things are just better at home, like picking out new floors. For a limited time, get up to 40% off your entire project during our June savings event. Our experts bring the showroom to you, so you can see samples right in your space. That's Empire's home floor advantage. Don't miss your chance to save on select styles fully installed. Call or visit EmpireToday.com for your free in-home consultation.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. The NBC4 News at 3 starts with breaking news.
We're watching breaking news as it unfolds. Widespread immigration raids here in LA. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Annabelle Sedano.
And I'm Michael Brownlee. Federal officials have detained multiple people at different locations at the center, a downtown Los Angeles clothing store and its headquarters just a few blocks away. That's where we saw authorities taking several people into custody, crowds gathering in protest. The LAPD was called in for backup.
The U.S. Attorney for the Central District of California, Bill Esley, was here on our set when these raids first started. He spoke exclusively to us, saying other locations would be part of these raids. Here's what he had to say to our Conan Nolan.
There is a nationwide effort to enforce our immigration laws, and there's a step up in enforcement. This is part of that effort. The particular raids you're referencing, my office prepared search warrants for particular businesses where there was probable cause that they're using fictitious documents to employ people. And those warrants were signed by a federal judge, and they were executed on Friday.
Would you say that there's a lot of that taking place, not just in California, but I mean in terms of downtown, but in the farm fields of the Central Valley?
Well, unfortunately, these laws haven't really been enforced for a long time. The prior administration did not enforce these. We have filed just this year 500 felony cases for illegal reentry. The prior administration didn't really do that at all. So you're seeing a step up of enforcement across the federal government on a lot of areas and laws that just were ignored.
And we have live team coverage and expert analysis. We begin with NBC4's Lolita Lopez. She's live in downtown LA. Lolita.
Yeah, Annabelle, much quieter scene, much calmer scene out here. We're seeing the back of the store in question. That is Ambiance there, the clothing manufacturing store that was at the center of this operation when federal agents came in, led by the FBI, going through to look for what it appears to be undocumented workers that were working inside here. We want to show you video from earlier about 2 o'clock or a little bit earlier than that. We saw units closing off this section of road when there was advocates out in the middle of the street protesting what was going on inside and chanting, telling folks not to sign anything, not to listen to anything. At the same time, we saw federal agents coming in full what appeared to be SWAT gear, heavy machinery, and then throwing folks tell us was a tear gas. Take a listen to someone who was in the middle of that experience.
Like a couple people that were just like crying profusely.
Yeah, tell me what happened.
Honestly, it was starting to get pretty aggressive, and people were pushing. They were pushing back. They're trying to open the gates right now, and I don't know. I guess they threw tear gas to open up the space.
And did it catch you?
Yeah, it caught a lot of us. There was kids, there's dogs, there's elderly people too.
Yeah. And this all unfolded earlier this morning at about 11 this morning. We were here for several hours on the other side, which is Town Avenue, is the store's front entrance. That is where advocates were there too, banging on doors, trying to figure out what was happening inside, including the family of loved ones who say that their fathers were inside the building and had worked here for several years. Take a listen.
I don't really know much. They just called us, telling us that ICE was here, and I came, I saw him, but they haven't let me speak to him or nothing. I asked for a card, for their number, nothing. They haven't told me nothing.
He's an undocumented person, but let me tell you that he does more to the country, more taxpayer, more profit to the country. He has not committed a single crime compared to those felons that are out there still released by a bond. And this man, he has not committed a single thing, still has given a lot to the country, and is still targeted for some reason.
Very shocking scene for many people, not just those loved ones who did not know what was going on inside with their relatives, but also for business folks out here who have been doing business for many, many years, including with this particular business owner, and have said that they've never